How amazing is that? I love it so much.
Got like a little celestial vibe going on there.
Colours. I love the colours you've chosen. Like, how did you choose them to go together?
I used your colours to help to guide me. And at first I was thinking I'm going to use embroidery floss, but then I just kind of felt it was a little bit too flat. And because you've got the flock on there, and you know, I just thought maybe it should be a bit more like more texture. So I thought we'll do wool. So it's a wool. So I think I might have, like in the video I was like picking my floss, and then I thought nah. Let's do some wool and get some wool in there, make it look like it's punch needle. So I just used your colours to guide me, and I just thought that maybe using a darker fabric. I mean, I think it works quite well. It is like in your face.
I love it though.
It works. It really works.
I'd love to know how you started up crafting and your multiple crafts. You do so many things. How do you do it all?
Well, I started out, I've always been crafty really, and actually a little secret is that I've started writing like my what do you call it, like a memoir kind of thing. So I was taking myself back to like my childhood days when we used to go to Peckham with my nan, and she would go and see her fabric man Ted in Shumat Road, and every Friday when it was like cold or whatever, my nan never wore clothes from a shop, and I don't think I didn't really understand until now. She still gets us, she's in Barbados now, but she still gets us to send her fabric because she only wears dresses that she has made. So there's always been a sewing machine around. My first like projects that I used to do was like probably when I was like 8 or 9, and then my auntie, who also was in the house where my nan lived, it was my granddad's sister and my granddad, and two families living together in one big house. So there was always something going on downstairs, curtains or cushions being made, and then just making upstairs, you know, there's always something going on. So my aunt had taught me how to make scrunchy hairbands. So I would just always like get my nan's sewing machine, and my nan trusted me with her sewing machine that I could sew my own stuff. And so I think that's really how, like, that's my earliest memory of you know, working with a sewing machine. But I've always been drawing. I actually remember, and I had one of my son's friends, she started doing designing, and she's making like these fabulous dresses and stuff, and she's drawing everything, and it reminded me that's exactly what I used to do. I used to want to be a wedding dress designer, and I used to draw my wedding dresses and design things, and so that's really how it first started. And then from there I've gone into secondary textiles. I was doing textiles and art, and actually I had a memory pop up on Facebook from my GCSE art class. And I was thinking to myself, I have such good memories of just like how my creativity has evolved. Yeah. And then going on to uni and doing printed textiles and being exposed to like a print studio and how that all works, and like it's been such a lovely like journey. And I've moved away from it as well. I haven't it hasn't been like going in one direction. It's been like, it's taken many different directions. I've been like, I'm a holistic therapist,
Wow.
trained. I did recruitment. I was a recruitment consultant. And I was a teacher. But I think that what I've realized is that every single time I move away from my passion, I am always called back.
Yeah, you gravitate back, don't you? Yeah.
But this period of time that I've been really focused on my passion has been the most fulfilling, because I think now, like, I'm older now, so, and I just know where my heart is, and I'm just so aligned with what I want to give to people and show people, and even just show myself, because I'm like surprising myself all the time. Every time I have a project, every time somebody says to me, you know, like, can you do this? And I'm like thinking, you know, that inner voice that tells you like, oh, I don't really know if I can do that. But I've like done really well at silencing that voice. I acknowledge it, but I'm like, yeah, but you know, you could do it. You could do some things.
Yeah.
You could do it. You know, you could sprinkle a little something on there. The reason why people gravitate to my designs is because I speak to a collective who felt like their representation wasn't there. It's amazing. It's a really amazing journey.
Yeah. I was going to ask what your favourite like technique was, because you've got so much. Obviously, I've seen you do screen printing and embroidery and needle punch.
Do I have a favourite? I don't know if I have a favourite, because it feels to me like every technique serves a purpose for that particular time.
Yeah.
So like, it depends on how. Yeah, it just depends on how I feel. And actually, this year I've set another intention to learn woodwork, and so I've been learning. My dad is a carpenter.
Handy.
So I've inherited his tools, and so I've set myself this intention that I want to make spoons, I want to make plant stands, I want to make bowls, I want to make, you know, loads of different things. But it just depends on, and that might become my favorite at the time because it serves a purpose at that time. But I love embroidery because you can take it everywhere you go.
Yeah.
There's no boundary to you know how it can be done, where it can be done. You can do it anywhere you want to. Screen printing I love because you can just, like, I love mixing colors and I love the whole process. I don't like the cleaning, but I can appreciate all of those things, and you know the conceptual stages of thinking up how the colors are going to be layered. I love all that technical stuff. I love that about it. I love teaching it. I love just making it accessible to people. People think that it's like really hard and technical, and sometimes it is. Like once you're able to understand the process, it's like nothing, isn't it? But I love being able to share that with people and making them see that, like, you can just do it in your kitchen on your dining table. It's not that big of a deal. I love punch needle.
I've really learned that.
Yeah, I do love punch needle actually, because the reason why I love punch needle is because you can see the thing just, it's so quick. So you get that, if you need to have instant gratification of like, it's coming together, I can see it, it's happening, then punch needle is the one to go to, like, because you just see it happening and it's quick. It's like as soon as you do like, you know, 10 punches, you're like, oh my god, it's filling, I'm doing this, it's really happening.
I noticed you've got like a few workshops. I didn't know whether you were maybe doing some online or not, or you usually do them in person, don't you?
I normally do them in person, and I have been, like, I have to now accept that we have to do it online. So I'm like just trying to accept that, because I just love the exchange of energy in a room, and nothing can replace that. But yeah, I'm thinking more like, yeah, you have to do it online. So I will this year. I'm putting it out there. I'm saying it. I am going to do some online workshops.
Yeah.
I have no idea how to go. But I really missed it, and people are asking for it. So I'm like, I've done it for other people, like Handmade Festival. I did it for them, and Lovecraft, but I haven't done it for myself, so I should do it.
Do you have anything, like a certain project that you would love to create? I know you said about the woodwork, but is there like one thing you think, oh, I really want to make this, and like your goal this year?
That is actually, I'm still trying to, I'm learning how to like prioritize because I think last year I really didn't prioritize my own projects, and I was just doing everything for everybody else. So now I'm having to learn, like, okay, so you have a calendar, and you put everything in, and you put your projects in, so so I'm learning how to do all of that stuff. And I've got loads of things that I was supposed to do last year, but I'm doing it this year. So there's loads of little things, but one of the things it's just coming to me because I've just decided that I'm going to do a collection of I don't know, products, those items, which are going to be like bags and some hoodies and maybe some hats.
Wow.
And yeah, I'm actually being really brave right now, because now that I'm telling you, I have to. You're holding me accountable to it.
I'll be messaging you.
Yeah. And actually, this bag is kind of setting the tone for what the collection will be. Because it is all about, like I was saying to you, like this is how I live my life. Like I live through my affirmation, through my creative skills. So I really want to just like make that come through in this collection, and I want people to be wearing and trying to also adopt kind of the messaging behind it, so that they can also live in affirmation and just rewire our minds